Hi, my name is Ray Nielsen. I'm with the BC Golf Pages Meetup Group, and you're looking at the V1 Golf app, which is an app you can use to analyze your swing and compare it to those of pros. And I've filmed Scott, a member of the group. I've filmed his swing here, and we're going to compare it to Sean O'Hair's swing just to see where the club position is between the two of them. What you can do with this app is you can draw lines on the screen, and if we draw a line right on the outside of Scott's shoulders, this represents his stance, and when you swing, you want to swing inside your stance. We can draw another line up the outside of his right leg like this, and this line represents your weight transfer. You don't want to move your weight outside your right leg. You actually want to have your weight transfer inside your right leg when you transfer your weight back. And we'll do the same for Sean O'Hair. We'll draw lines right on the outside of his shoulders, and then we'll draw another line right up the outside of his right leg. And now we'll take Scott halfway back so his arm is parallel to the ground, and we'll see where he is, and he's very good. You can see that he's swinging inside his stance, and that weight transfer line is still in the middle of his cap like it was when we started. We'll look at Sean O'Hair here, and you can see that Sean O'Hair, if I can get my finger in there, oh, he's just dead perfect, but he is a pro. He hasn't moved an inch. We'll take Sean right to the top of the swing here. We'll take him right to the top of his swing. There he is there. Hasn't moved an inch. Everything's good. We'll look at Scott here. He's at the top of his swing. You can see that Scott's pretty good too. He's moved a little bit off the weight transfer line, and he's overswinging a little bit with that club. It's past parallel. But then we'll take Sean O'Hair back to impact here, and if we look at Sean when he comes down, he's all those lines, everything's just perfect. He hasn't moved an inch. That weight transfer line is right in the center of his cap where he started, and he's inside his stance lines as well. We'll take a look at Scott. And as Scott comes down into the swing, you can see that he's moving his body and his head back a little bit. And right at impact, you can see that he's off that weight transfer line and he's swinging a little outside his stance lines. And now we'll just take Sean O'Hair to finish. You can see that here, when his arm is parallel to the ground, Sean O'Hair, his head is still down. And we'll take a look at Scott. And Scott, yeah, he lifts his head a little bit, but the ball's already gone. But that's pretty much parallel. And then we'll just finish the swing off. And the only other thing, you can see that Scott, he still has his foot on the ground here, where if we look at Sean O'Hair, his back foot is up on his toe and all the weight is forward. So, you know, the advice, I think, is for Scott to try not to dip back at impact here. Try to get the weight going forward at impact, and maybe he's dipping his shoulder a little bit too much rather than rotating it. I'm not sure. I'm not a golf pro. I'm going to post this on the Golfers Helping Golfers Facebook group. And I know we have Fabio, he's a pro in the group, and there might be a couple other pros, and hopefully they can provide some advice or some drills that Scott could do. And I hope it helps Scott, and it always helps just to look at your swing on video. So thank you for watching, and if you want to videotape your swing, get the V1 Golf app. It's a great little app. Thank you for watching.